Hello and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm your host, Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you are new here, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, know that you're guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and check out that description box below. All the days and times that I am here 5 times a week are listed there, as well as all the information about my social media, Discord, online crystal shop, online Reiki classes, and so much more. So glad to have you all. If you are here live, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to make any requests that you happen to have. And for the first half hour or so, we are going to go ahead and build a beautiful crystal grid to support all of your requests. After that, I will briefly explain what Reiki is before I lower the lights, bring up the music, and send Reiki to you wherever and whenever you happen to be. Thank you so much for being here. It's good to see so many folks already hanging out in chat. And so let's just dive right in and start building that grid. Alrighty, let's see what we have. Welcome in, Cora Carr. Welcome, McGildry, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome in. Nice to meet you. Grace, I hope you are well. Good to see you also. Oh no, Grace is sick. Send some healing, as well as heart healing and letting go. Absolutely. I've got some crystal requests from Cora Carr. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is the grid that we're starting with right here. This is, let me just open up my other window. So this is our grid right here. I always start off with a little bit of copper. This helps to get the energy moving and break up some blockages. I've already started with some herkimer diamond because we have been building up some intentions around some regulars. Greg and Susan. Greg is looking for the perfect literary agent for his book. So we've been putting some herkimer diamond out for him. The intention behind herkimer diamond. This is a great stone when you're manifesting or looking for someone or something or an opportunity, but you want it to be in alignment with your greater good. You kind of want spirit to steer it to not just the answer, but the best possible answer for everyone involved. So we have herkimer diamond out there for Greg. Gotcha. Okay, let's see. Awesome. So let's see. Let's get some support. I'll get everybody's requests, and I'm just going to go ahead and say for Grace. Let's go ahead and use some rutilated quartz for you. Because, yeah, you're sick. Rutilated quartz can help support your body to get some physical energy and vitality, especially if you've been down for the count with being ill or anything like that. It can help you just in general feel better and more energized. It's clear quartz with these beautiful golden or silver rutiles in it. It's also thought that these rutiles will direct the healing energy exactly where it needs to go. But yeah, it can be great for recovering from or even helping to prevent getting ill or getting run down. So let's go ahead and put some of these. Actually, let's go ahead and put these bad boys here. Awesome. And I believe you also asked for heart healing and letting go. You got it. Trying to think of what would be the best fit there. I feel like, I know we've worked with rhodonite before for this, and I feel like it's had some good effect. Rhodonite is definitely like a letting go in the heart stone, especially if it's unrequited love or a breakup, especially a breakup that you maybe didn't necessarily want to have. This is for this beautiful pink stone. It helps with grief and letting go, as well as opening your heart up for love anew. So this can really support the openness of your heart and the soothing of the loss at the same time. It's also great for balancing the yin and the yang in the body, sort of the action energy and the feminine passive energy, which can be really helpful around times of illness. It can bring the body's major systems back into a sense of balance. It's also thought to be really helpful for allergies, autoimmune stuff, and things like that. So let's go ahead and bring that in. And Grace, let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. I hope you're feeling better soon. I feel like so many people I know right now are sick. But yeah, so glad you're here. And for Cora Carr, you requested Labradorite, Rainbow Moonstone, citrine, smoky quartz, and your intentions are transformation, transmutation, unexpected wealth from all windows, doors, rivers, and roads. I love that. You absolutely, as always, picked the perfect stones for that. And by the way, if you're making any request, you can request general stuff, specific stuff. You can pick your own stones. You can let me pick them for you, whatever floats your boat. Citrine is excellent for manifesting any kind of resources, whether it's money, cash, kind of fluid resources, even if you're looking for like a property or something like that. Whatever you need to kind of function on the mundane level. Citrine is sort of an orangey brownish color, and it often forms in the ground very close to amethyst. Like I said, it's excellent. It's thought to be the stone of manifesting money, of asking the universe for financial support. It's also helpful for balancing logic and intuition. And I've used it at length for that. When I was first opening up intuitively, or reopening intuitively, I found that this was a great one to kind of balance where my logic was ending and my intuition was beginning when there were times that I couldn't quite tell. So it can be another really balancing stone. We're going to go ahead and put some citrine right here in the middle of these copper circles. Okay, fantastic. As far as transmutation and change and transformation, as well as if you have anything about wanting to calm worry, move energy blocks, it's deeply protective stone, smoky quartz is an excellent choice. It's also really thought to be aligned deeply with Reiki because it can help move energy blockages while really recycling and changing the energy that's at play. So smoky quartz can be very, very dark, almost black, or very, very pale. You can almost barely tell that it's smoky quartz. And here against my very pale skin, you can just barely see where these specimens are a little bit lighter. For example, this stone, this example is a little bit darker, and I have some that are almost black. You almost can't see through them. So it can come in any variety, but yeah, deeply helpful for anytime you want to change the energy and transform it. So if you're looking to shift the energy of your home to something more positive, if you're looking to shift or make a big shift in your own life, this can be a great stone to keep around. It sort of does the work that any kind of incense or sage or anything would do, but without having to burn anything, without having to use a plant. And then you can easily cleanse these guys with sea salt or Epsom salt. Just like lay it near the salt and it'll clear right up. Or you can place it near selenite. Selenite clears other stones. Yeah, I think that's enough smoky for now. We also have some Labradorite coming in. That's another one that's great for balancing logic. And I feel like the Labradorite will also help with McGildray's intention as well. Hey, Jennifer. Gotcha. And Vincent, welcome in. Jen, lots of love to you. Let's see what we've got here. So, Milda Gray, you were looking for something to help your son with study, and Labradorite, not only is it a request from Cora Carr, it's a great study stone. This is one of the stones that I recommend the most if someone's looking to have effective study, like gaining the information and being able to retain it, absorb it, and link it to other things that they already know. This is a stone that's often thought of as a research stone or even like a detective stone. It helps you to see all the nooks and crannies of what you're working with and put the pieces together and understand them. So yeah, so this can be really helpful. So Labradorite. It's a little hard to see these guys on camera today. Apologies if you got some background sound on that. Let's see. Tumbles are a little harder to see with Labradorite. Cabochons, which are sort of almost like a pillow top, like rounded top and polished, are a little easier to see into. This is what Labradorite looks like. It takes the insight that we're getting and our intuition and matches it up and blends it seamlessly into our logic and our ability to learn. So this is a great stone. So I'm going to go ahead and, since it supports two of you, put it in these larger circles. So there's our Labradorite. That's going to help us today. And Rainbow Moonstone, excellent for opening up intuition. This is an excellent stone for intuition if you're looking to, say, do any kind of channeling work or mediumship work. If you're looking to do automatic writing, anything like that. It's also very much linked with the divine feminine. It's actually another form of Labradorite. It's white Labradorite. So these are actually very much the same stone, and you can see it a little bit more easily. I hold them like this. Yeah, and these are just raw examples here. So very much linked with the divine feminine and being open to intuition, being open to the cycles of nature and the how things work and interplay. I really like this stone for people who are learning things like astrology, because that's a cyclical type of thing. Very much linked with the High Priestess card in the tarot deck as well. So I'm going to actually put that pretty close to the Labradorite because they work so well together. Okay, fantastic. Awesome. So definitely opening up the intuition there. Thank you so much for being here, Cora Carr, and thank you for being here, Emil Degree. I hope you both are well. And let's see what else we have here. Oh, the name of this one, Labradorite, as well as Rainbow Moonstone. Hey, Hart, good to see you. Okay, so for Jennifer, I'm so sorry you're struggling with that. Depression, hopelessness, frustration with insurance system. I am so sorry you're struggling with that. Yeah, dealing with the insurance system, it's almost like you're being punished for being sick or for struggling. Let's go ahead and bring you some support. Let's bring in some aqua aura and some dumortierite, which is, you know, of course, you gave me the dumortierite to support the grids that we do. Thank you very much for that. I actually also did get some other new additions to our very extensive library of stones that I'll be adding in soon. I just have them clearing right now. Dumortierite is excellent for things like pent-up anger, frustration, resentment, any of those things, and like how can the insurance industry not conjure that up? I mean, how could it not? It's also great for anything that seems hopeless, anything that seems just beyond an ability to any ability to resolve. So definitely good to kind of call in here for that feeling of hopelessness, but it's also great for standing up for yourself and with patience. So it feels like it hits on a lot of notes of what you mentioned. For those of you who, I know a lot of you are pet lovers too, this is one that can really help nervous dogs, alongside black obsidian can help nervous dogs, but I'm really loving this stone. So glad that Jen was able to share some with us. Okay, so I'll bring quite a bit of that in because I feel like it hits a lot of notes for a lot of us. The current astrology of Mars in Gemini, unless you have your natal Mars in Gemini or some other things in your chart that would mitigate it, this can be a very difficult, frustrating, kind of terse energy for a lot of us. And this is going to be like a 7-month transit. So this can be a stone that can really help us to release that anger and frustration and have a little patience, especially patience with ourselves. So I hope that it helps a lot of you. And Jen, send in lots of love. Also some aqua aura. Aqua aura is a stone that was clear crystal that was processed using metal. Usually, I think in this case, it's titanium. And I never thought much about the altered stones. I never would have thought to work with them until a student actually gave me some quite a while ago. This one was recommended for depression, which I struggle with, and I have definitely found it to be helpful in bringing in a sense of joy in a way that I don't experience with other kinds of joy stones. It's a very unique vibration, so I really hope that this helps, and lots of love to you. And thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, lots of love. Lots of love in the chat too, which I absolutely love. Oh, we already got some support for Greg's literary agent. We've got balance, wellness, focus, inflammation. Gotcha. Lapis can be really helpful for inflammation, so we'll bring that in to support Susan. And we'll ask that it support Greg as well, because I know he's recovering from surgery. So lapis is a wonderful stone of integrity, of honesty, of having a good strength of character. It's also really great for general keeping things clean and organized. It's a great organization stone. It's also wonderful for things like inflammation. It's often used for things like inflammation. So we're going to go ahead and bring some lapis in. Definitely bring that in. Lapis is also great for vertigo and ear and inner ear issues, including it's thought to be good for hearing loss too. Let's see. Releasing energy of others and emotional stuff that we're holding on to that we need to release. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's do some Dalmatian jasper. So this is Dalmatian jasper. One of the stones I often work with to repel negative energy is black tourmaline. This is, in this case, white jasper or an off-white jasper with black tourmaline running through it. This is thought to clear and cleanse the auric field and the energy around where this stone resides. It's a great stone if you're looking for a stone to work with or wear, if you are empathic, if you tend to take on the energy of others or be deeply affected by the energy of others. This is a very easy to wear, very calming kind of stone that does help to keep our energy field clear. So I'll bring this in. feel like the more the better. And holding on to things that we can release. This is a stone that works really well with Dalmatian jasper because it also has black tourmaline running through it, and that's tourmalinated quartz. And you may hear it called tourmalinated or tourmalinated, and either is considered acceptable. But it's clear quartz that has black tourmaline running through it. So it's somewhere in between the rutilated quartz and the Dalmatian jasper. So let's see. Try to get... These are large specimens. They're gorgeous, but they are large. So tourmalinated quartz can help us to not only release nervous energy and is excellent for things like anxiety, but it's also great for releasing old patterns, especially things from childhood. If we've internalized something and created a belief or a pattern that we keep repeating that's not helpful, it can help us release that. It's also great for protecting us during travel, protecting us at the sites of new jobs, and in general, just releasing things that no longer serve. It really helps to bring that black tourmaline, which repels the lower energy, through us and helps to bring some light to the situation, some levity, and helps us to let it go from our field and move forward. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Trying to fine tune that kind of match in size. There we go. Feel like we're coming together already. Okay, and I'll keep sort of bringing some balance to this as we can. But yeah, let's work with some of that. Definitely great for letting older things go. Okay, and I hope that helps, heart. Good to see you as always. For those in the future, yellow jasper, jet or black tourmaline, and moonstone. Let's go ahead and grab some jet. So black tourmaline in and of itself looks like this. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that in on the outsides. This can help not only repel negative energy, but it can be really grounding. I have even gone so far as to sew black tourmaline into curtains to keep others' energy out of my space. And it works. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that on the outer edge here. Jet is a type of petrified wood where it doesn't look like petrified wood at all, but jet is wood that's been petrified through volcanic activity. So it's been fossilized quickly through just intense heat, where traditional petrified wood, it has died over time as a tree, and over a long period of time it turns to stone. This is a petrified wood that's like kind of in a flash. So this is excellent for grief, coming to terms with difficult change. It's also very grounding, very protective, and it helps us to reflect inward. It helps us to find the light in very dark situations, and it's a very physically light stone. In fact, I can't really convey the weight to you, but I can, in terms of sound, this is how it sounds when I click them together. It sounds more like wooden beads because it's a very light piece of wood rather than a true piece of stone. So we're going to go ahead and bring these guys in. Where would we like to bring them in? Let's see, I'll bring this one here. This one here. And you mentioned... Hello, Vic. Welcome in. Glad you're here. Let's see. And Heart, yeah, I can definitely mail the crystals. I can bring them out tomorrow for sure. Oh yeah, Jennifer, everybody, if you have not met Jennifer Vatsa, she has her own YouTube channel and store. We're good buddies. I taught her Reiki. Yeah, her crystal shop and shop in general is really groovy. And she's doing a clean out of her crystal overstock, which I will be partaking in. Definitely. I've got my eye on a few things, so I will be reaching out. But yeah, definitely go ahead and check Jennifer out. Let's see what else. Black tourmaline, bloodstone. Let's do bloodstone. Bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope, is great for relieving self-doubt, but it's also like an emotional stuff hits the fan stone. It's when things get so overwhelming and so intense emotionally that it feels like our whole world has shifted. Sudden loss, sudden change. This helps to heal both the heart and the root chakras simultaneously. It's also great for helping with meditation and quieting the mind in meditation if you find that your mind races. But yeah, it's a great one for lifting despair and just in general helping to find the ground under you so that even in times of emotional devastation, you'll be able to make the choices that support your greatest good. So there's bloodstone. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that to balance our jets. And let's see what else we have. Vincent, heart health, completing tasks on time, and decluttering. Decluttering, lapis for sure. Tidiness, dumortierite has that. Letting go of what no longer serves is definitely tourmalinated quartz. That can be really helpful there, but I love that you're setting that intention. And I want to support that. Also for completing tasks on time. Heart health can be helped by bloodstone, dumortierite to a point, and definitely tourmalinated quartz is thought to be helpful for that. But let's go ahead and bring in some chrysoprase to support getting things done and completed and feeling good about it. This can definitely help with the decluttering process. And sometimes we get started at something and it's like, oh my gosh, it just seems like there's so much farther to go. I can never get this done. Chrysoprase helps us to realize how far we've come so that we feel encouraged to keep going. It's also great for just follow through in general, even picking up the pieces after loss or a setback. So yeah, chrysoprase help you keep going with all of your intentions and all of your hard work. Neck soreness, clenching teeth. Gotcha. serpentine can help with muscle tightness and like the clenching stuff. For things like clenching the jaw, grinding the teeth, things like that, I often use either howlite or recently dumortierite. So I'll bring in some howlite for you. Serpentine is, like I said, great for like muscle aches and pains, especially if you're doing something like clenching your teeth while you're sleeping. That can cause muscle tension in the jaw, in the upper neck. This can really help with that and help with in general, just like the tightness. This is also another gift from Jen's shop. This can also be helpful for things like calcium and magnesium deficiency, which I definitely struggle with. Not so much calcium deficiency, but I have osteopenia, osteoporosis. I've got glass for bones at this point. It's also thought to be helpful for rashes and things like that too. So definitely a good one for so many things. So we'll bring in serpentine. And I'll bring in some howlite. White howlite can help with a lot of times the clenching of the teeth can be, and doesn't mean it always has to be, but it can be related to anger, frustration, and any of those things that kind of go with it. Just anger, frustration, and a feeling of stuckness. But it's also an excellent stone for the bones, the teeth, the hair. It's anti-frustration. So this can also help Jen with that as well. It's also great for stability, just in terms of those of us who maybe didn't grow up with stability to learn it. If that's an intention, that's something else we can do with howlite. But yeah, this can be helpful, and I really do hope that that helps you. Let's move the serpentine up here. I'll put the howlites in here. Hope that helps. Jet is super lightweight. Oh, you have an Etsy store too under the same name, under Jennifer Vatsa or under Belladonna's Botanicals? And welcome in, W. Good to see you. Yeah, Jennifer can be reached if you look up her. Here, I'll type in. Oh, there you go. Oh, perfect. Etsy is under Belladonna's Botanicals. Great. Awesome. Yeah, definitely check it out. I'm definitely going to be shopping for some. And Jennifer under Belladonna's Botanicals is on social media as well, especially Instagram. So, yay. And West Philly, best Philly forever. Okay, so everybody, thank you all so much for being here. Let's go ahead and do the next piece of our journey today. And that's going to be where I select a couple of stones that I feel could support the requests that came in and kind of serve to balance everything out. You all will get to vote on those. And while y'all are voting, I will be explaining a little bit about what Reiki is and what to expect during our time together. And then right after that, we will slide into the healing. So bear with me one moment while I select a couple of stones. Okay. Oh, awesome. You have a sale running through the end of August. I will have a sale starting in September, so that's perfect timing. Yeah, we all help each other out here. That's how we do. So, my suggestions are as follows. And of course, you can vote on them. I never know how this voting is going to go. It's always a surprise. It's never a surprise. So, the first one I have to suggest is petrified wood. So we've already discussed a little bit about jet. Petrified wood is about change over time, but it's also about embracing the ending of one thing or even version of ourselves to transform and become another version of ourselves. This is a tree that was alive as a tree, and then it had to die as a tree to slowly over time transform into stone. And it has a lot to teach us about that. So this is about not only the cycles and rhythms of things, but how to transform and grow from one form to another while honoring the grief of our soon-to-be old form and embrace the new. Oh, Labor Day sale too. That sounds awesome. And here we have yellow calcite. Yellow calcite is all about joy. And I know we're all working with some real heavy stuff, so I wanted to bring an opportunity for some levity and brightness. This is a stone that helps us to find exactly who we are, be empowered to go forward based on what is going to serve us best. It helps us to find our sense of self, our self-identity, and our own motivations, and feel joy as we embody those and move forward into them. So as we transform and change, moving forward based on what's in our best interest and not necessarily the wishes of others, finding joy in who we fundamentally are. So yellow calcite. Yellow calcite, petrified wood. Go ahead and vote in the chat, and if you haven't liked the stream already, if you wouldn't mind doing that, that really helps the YouTube algorithm send more folks my way. But honestly, the thing that helps most is simply being here. So thank you for being here and being part of this amazing community. Deeply appreciate all of you. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, my name is DanielleStimpson, and I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I've been teaching Usui Reiki for about 14 years, and right now you can find all of my classes live, online, small, intimate classes with lots of support and ongoing practice. You can find all the details and everything in the description below. You can also learn more about my crystal shop, my Discord, all of my social media, and all that good stuff down below. So what is Reiki? The term Reiki translates to spiritually guided life energy. This particular method that I work with, Usui Reiki, comes from Japan in the early 1920s. And Japan, it's basically this concept of working with this energy is based on the indigenous spirituality of Shintoism, which in part would suggest that everything has a soul, everything is interconnected, and the energies of all things somewhat overlap to an extent. This particular energy of Reiki, the spiritually guided energy, is one of the energies that flows through all of these things and helps to support body, mind, and spirit to find the best possible balance within. Our individuality, our body, mind, and spirit is deciding how to use this energy to best support ourselves all the time. This energy is already a part of you. It's already moving through you right now. As I connect to this energy, I will basically direct more of it to go to you than currently is. And then that would allow you to absorb, reset, release in ways that are in your highest good. Because this energy is already flowing through all of us, it's something that you can experience regardless of if you're right next to me and I have my hand on you, or if you're around the globe, or if you're watching this in the future, and if you are, hello from the past. Reiki is already interconnecting all of us anyway, so the differences of space and time are really just not necessarily applicable to an energy like this. When I connect with this energy and direct it to all of you for the greater healing good that supports your best interest, our individual energies as individual beings do stay separate and protected at that same time. So at any point in time during your session, feel free to set any intentions you might have if you haven't already. So just go ahead and bring whatever intention you might have to mind and let the Reiki support it. It can support you. You may even feel it on the physical level. You may feel some emotions bubble up. Different thought patterns, ideas, and sort of mental clarity may come to you. You may also get some intuitive or spiritual guidance, and oftentimes it's a little bit of a combination. But however it shows up for you today is perfect. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You don't have to focus on anything, though you can do either of those if you wish. I find that allowing those thoughts to come up to the mind and just noticing can be really effective and helpful. Sometimes that sort of inner voice is exactly what we need to hear in this moment. So during the session, I encourage you to lay down, sit up, find a position that feels comfy, close your eyes, and simply relax. Move around as much as you might need. If you need to get up and get something, go right ahead. If you feel like you get distracted or anything, go ahead and just take a deep breath in and out, and you'll kind of fall right back into the session. I'll send for about 25 minutes, and at the end of the session, you'll hear the music start to dim, and you'll hear my voice come in, inviting you to take a deep breath and come back to the chat. I'll reopen the chat, and I will happily answer any questions you have or hear out any experiences that you may want to share. During the session, I will lower the lights, and they will move gently through several different colors. They will not flash or strobe, so you're totally okay there. The music will rise up, and if you want to learn more about the content creator who created that music, information about her is in the description below. Thank you so much for being here, and if you end up with a question sometime where I'm not live, go ahead and either leave it in the comments or reach out to me through social media, and I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much for being here. I'm live 5 times a week. Drop by anytime you might want, and I hope to see you here soon. So let's go ahead and see what won the vote. Here's a close-up of our grid. Both. Yeah, it's always both. But I like that Vic voted for yellow calcite. Yeah, I'm in a yellow calcite mood too. But yeah, it's almost always both. So we're going to do both. So here's our yellow calcite. Here is our, I'm going to go ahead and put our petrified wood, top and bottom. And I'm going to take our yellow calcite and actually put some around the edges here on the other side of the jet. Okay. So go ahead, get cozy. I'm going to go ahead, bring that music up and bring the lights down. Have a beautiful session, and I will be here for you at the end in about 25 minutes. invite you now to open your eyes. Take a deep breath and slowly come back to your body. If you'd like, you can wiggle your fingers and toes, which can help you bring awareness back to your physical body. And if you have anything you want to share or questions you'd like to ask, go ahead and use the chat feature at this time. And thank you so much for being here with me today. Today is Thursday, August 24th, 2022, and I will return for the next community distance Reiki tomorrow, Thursday the 25th at 8 a.m. East Coast US time. You're so welcome, W. So glad to see you here again. Vincent, you're welcome. All the best to you as you continue to declutter. It looks like everybody in my building is doing the same. There seems like a never-ending stream of goodness being offered up to the universe in front of the building. I hope it goes easy. For those of you who studied Reiki with me, which many of you are in the chat, if you've taken any Reiki class with me, you are invited to the students only Reiki shares, which happen twice a month now. The next one is tomorrow, Thursday, the 25th, from 6 to 8 p.m. East Coast US time. You can RSVP on the Learn Reiki Philadelphia website, or you can use the link that was on the last email, or you can email me, the usual email address, and I'll give you the Zoom info. Vic, you're so welcome. I hope to see you again soon. You're always welcome here. We have a beautiful, warm, and welcoming crew. And thank you all so much for being so warm and supportive of one another. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give everybody just another minute or so to ask any questions you might have before I bring the stream to a close. This has been a beautiful grid. I'm going to, as usual, take a shot of the grid. The thumbnail for the recording will include the grid, and all of the names of the crystals that were used in the grid will appear in the description within the next couple of days. You're so welcome, Heart. Thank you for being here and being a part of it. For those of you who are new, part of what's at play here is the communal qi. That's the Chinese medicine concept that the more people come together with the same or similar intent, the greater the energy potential available for everyone. So everyone who is here taking part in making our intentions physically tangible in the grid, anyone who is along with us for the ride at home, whether or not you were involved in chat, we're so grateful you were here. You were totally a contributor. Definitely enjoy the rest of your afternoon or evening wherever you happen to be. And yeah, I guess I'll bring us to a close. So Don't forget to take care of yourself. I'm here, as I said, Thursdays 8 a.m., Fridays at 4 and 8 p.m., and Sundays at 8 p.m. as well. All those times East Coast US. So take care of yourselves. I hope to see you again soon, and bye for now.